Hi everyone, this is Mojib Mustafawi. As you can see, you can be in touch with me via various ways. Let's gain some better understanding of English, shall we? Okay. The last video was about present tenses, simple present and present continuous, as you remember. This video would be about past tenses, simple past and past continuous. Okay, we're about to see, before we start, same as always, what is a tense? What is the simple past tense? What is the past tense or past form of the verb generally? Regular and irregular verbs. What is the past continuous tense? The second main part of this presentation after number 3. What is the simple past tense? Number 7, comparison between simple past and past continuous tenses. In the last presentation video, we had the comparison between simple present and present continuous. In this video, we will have the comparison between simple past and past continuous tenses. Examples, review, same as always, new words, expressions, and idioms, and notes. So if you're ready, let's go. Before we start, each PowerPoint presentation is of course made for a specific level of English learners. That's obvious. However means but. However, I try to teach and clarify different parts related to the main subject as much as I can. So don't be worried if the topic of the presentation might look hard to you. Please watch the video. You may see some slides being repeated in different presentations. That is because of the relevant subjects. For example, in this video, we have the topic, what is a tense? We had this topic in the last video, which was about present tenses. So, this repetition is because of the relevant subjects. We follow American English accent, which is obvious. Number 4. During the video, please take notes and write your own questions down. You can contact me and ask them later, and you know the ways. I mean the ways to contact me. Number 5, at the end of the presentation, I will review the lesson and the meaning of new words, expressions, and idioms. So if you don't understand the meaning of a word or an expression, don't get worried. I will explain it at the end of the presentation. First one, what is a tense? In grammar, tense is a category. Category means group that expresses. Express means talks about, describe. Time reference with showing the moment of speaking. Moment, here it means time. So in grammar, tense is a group that talks about time reference with showing the time of speaking. Tenses are usually shown by the use of specific forms of the verb. Past tense, present tense, and past participle, which is something harder. The main tenses are past, present, and future. Each tense itself has some forms. In this video, we're going to talk about 2 most important tenses of the past. Okay. What is a simple past tense? It is mainly used to describe events in the past, before now, before present, past. It is used to talk about a completed action. A completed action, very important, in a time before now. Before now means past. The simple past is the basic form of past tense in English. The simple past is the basic form of past tense in English. The time of the action can be in the recent past, for example, yesterday, last week, or last hour, or the distant past, for example, last year, last century. And the action duration is not important. Okay, the formula of this tense is as follows. Subject plus past tense of the verb or past form of the verb plus the rest of the sentence. Let's take a look at some examples. Sam visited his brother yesterday. Visited, past tense of the verb. Yesterday, past, recent past. Did you send that email? Send is not in the past tense, but we have did in this sentence. It's a yes-no question. When did you arrive home last night? Again, arrive is not in the past tense, but we have did for the WH question, or we call it information question. And here we have last night in the second sentence. We don't have any adverb. Do we have to make the sentence using the adverbs? No. We can use adverb or not use them. And just this. Next one. What is the past tense or past form of the verb? Each verb has three forms: present tense or simple form like go, past tense or past form like went, and past participle like gone. Go, went, gone. In this presentation, we are talking about the second one, past tense or past form. The past tense is a grammatical tense, and it puts an action or situation in past time. Regular and irregular verbs. We have two kinds of verbs related to the past form and past participle of them. Some verbs can be changed to the past form by adding ed, which is pronounced d, t, or it, to the end of them. They are called regular verbs. It means they follow a rule. They follow a regulation, sort of regulation. For example, work, worked. Learn, learned. Study, studied. As you see, Y changes to I. But some do not follow any rule. They are irregular verbs, like have, had. There is no rule for that. Go, went, as you saw in the last slide. Begin, begun. They don't have any rule. They are called irregular verbs. So the verbs can be regular or irregular. Irregular is the opposite of regular. It has the prefix IR to make it negative or reversed. Okay, simple past is finished. Now we're going to talk about past continuous tense. What is the past continuous tense? It is used to describe events in the past. So far they're same. Past continuous and simple past tenses are same according to the time they're describing. Both are in the past. But this tense refers to a continuing action. Past continuous refers to a continuing action or state in the past that was ongoing. Ongoing means continuing, not finished. Not finished. At the time or during another action that we are talking about. For example, listen carefully. For example, we are talking about yesterday at 5 o'clock. We are talking about yesterday at 5 o'clock. Yesterday at 5 o'clock, for example, reading a book. Reading a book was ongoing, was continuing. We use past continuous. The formula is as follows. Subject plus was or were plus gerund or verb plus ing. Joe was reading a fascinating book on Sunday at 7 o'clock. Sunday, 7 o'clock, the time or during another action that we're talking about. We use past continuous. Joe was reading a fascinating book on Sunday at 7 o'clock. Fascinating means very interesting, very exciting. Next one, yes, no question. Were you and your father talking on the phone? Were you and your father talking on the phone? Where for you and your father. Third one, WH question or information question. Who was shaking hands with Sue at the beginning of the party? Beginning of the party. An action that we're talking about. Beginning of the party. Who was shaking hands with Sue at the beginning of the party? Okay. Same as present tenses, here we're going to have a comparison between simple past and past continuous. We have a column of metrics, a column for simple past, and a column for past continuous. Tense or time, both deal with past. Both happen in past. But simple past talks about a completed action. Past continuous talks about an ongoing action. Timeline, simple past, a completed action in the past. Past continuous, the action was ongoing at the moment we are talking about. Adverbs, yesterday, last week, 2 years ago. Wise, the adverbs of past continuous can be yesterday at 6 o'clock or at that time. Two examples. For simple past, I drank 2 glasses of water yesterday. Please pay attention to my pronunciation because pronunciation matters a lot in speaking English language. I drank 2 glasses of water yesterday. Next one. Sam watched that movie last night. First one is an irregular verb, second one is a regular verb. Past continuous examples. I was drinking water at 8 o'clock. Yesterday at 8 o'clock. Sam and Joe were watching TV. Past continuous, we were watching, watched. Okay, next slide. Examples. Simple past tenses are red and past continuous tenses are blue. Susan was waiting for her flight at 10 p.m. Let me put the laser here. Susan was waiting for her flight at 10 p.m. At 10 p.m. Past continuous. I wanted to study mathematics last month. Last month. This one is very important. The combination, the mixture of simple past and past continuous. Please pay much attention. When the children were watching TV, their dad entered the house. Or while the children were watching TV, their dad entered the house. Please pay attention. Dad entered the house. This is a completed action because dad entered the house and finished. But watching TV was not finished. When or while the children were watching TV, their dad entered the house. Please imagine this situation. The children are watching TV, the dad enters the house, and still the children are watching TV. So the children, when or while the children were watching TV, their dad entered the house. Or we can change the place of these two sentences and it doesn't change the meaning. He entered the house when or while his children were watching TV. Why do we have a comma here, but we don't here? When we have when and while at the beginning of the sentence, we have a comma after the first sentence. When we have when and while at the middle of the sentence for second one, we don't have any comma. Does the meaning change if we put when or while for the first sentence or second sentence? No. Does the meaning change if we put when or while for simple past or past continuous? No. When Andy arrived, his wife was reading a novel. Andy's wife was reading a novel when he arrived. Again, we have comma after the sentence with when. Here we don't have comma. Why don't we have while here? Because while comes before past continuous. Because while comes before past continuous. While shows an ongoing action. The word while shows a continuing action. We can't put it before a simple past sentences. However, in some situations we can. But so far, just know that we put while before a continuing action, an ongoing action, which is past continuous here. Let's review these two examples again. When or while the children were watching TV, comma, their dad entered the house. Or we can say, he entered the house when or while his children were watching TV. We can put when or while before past continuous. We can put past continuous as the first sentence or as the second sentence. Next one. When Andy arrived, his wife was reading a novel. Or Andy's wife was reading a novel when he arrived. The meaning, yes, exactly, doesn't change. But we can't put while before the simple past. Okay. A yes, no question. Did you call your friend? Yes, I did, or no, I didn't. So the short answers come with did and didn't. Did you call your friend? Yes, I did, or no, I didn't. What about for past continuous? Yes. Were you getting dressed when I sent you a message? Were you getting dressed when I sent you a message? Because when I sent you a message, you didn't reply me. Were you getting dressed when I sent you a message? Get dressed means to become ready, to put on your shirts, pants, and something and everything to get ready to go out or go to a party or anything. Yes, I was, or no, I wasn't. So the short answers come with was, were, wasn't, or weren't. Okay, I think these examples have clarified these two sentences much more than before. If you have any question, please write them down and you're able to ask me using various ways. Okay, let's have a review. Tense, the category that expresses time reference. Simple past tense, used to talk about a completed action in a time before now. Completed action. Past continuous tense, referring to a continuing action or state in the past. Continuing action. New words, expressions, and idioms. We had 18 in this presentation. Please repeat them with me and read the definition and meaning of the words while I'm reading. Instructor, a teacher or a trainer. To be in touch with somebody, to remain in contact. For example, your friend goes to Australia and you say, I'm still in touch with my friend. It means we call, we video call, we send messages. Via, through a place using a person or something. Various, different types. To be about to do something, to do or happen soon. For example, I'm about to go to bed. Means I want to sleep soon. Specific, particular, very special. However, but. Clarify, make something clearer. During, from the beginning to the end. From the beginning to the end is called during. For example, during the class, during the video. And the British pronunciation of this word is during. During. Number 10, category, a group of people or things. And the verb of this noun is categorize. Categorize means put things in related groups. Express, to tell what you're feeling or thinking. Describe, to give details about something. Basic, the simplest level. Distant, far away in a space or time. Place as a verb. Place as a verb to put somebody or something in a particular situation. For example, in this presentation, we're talking about putting some actions in the past or present. Situation, combination of the things happening at a time. Combination, mixture of some things which are maybe different happening at a time. Ongoing, continuing, not still finished. Fascinating, very interesting, very exciting. Please repeat them again with me. Instructor, to be in touch with somebody. Via, various, to be about to do something. Specific, however, clarify, during, category, express, describe, basic, distant, place, situation, ongoing, fascinating. I made the presentation for present tenses, which was my previous video. I hope I can make presentations and videos related to all tenses. In case of having any questions, you can contact me, and you know the ways. And we will review the ways at the end of the presentation. In case of wanting the video, you can download it from my Telegram channel. Please share me your ideas about the video. Okay, you can see the ways you can find me on social media, and of course, by phone. It was so lovely spending some time with you guys. Hope the video has been useful. You can follow me on Instagram, Telegram, and YouTube. Till the next time, goodbye, have fun, and stay at home.